Also, remember when we said that the TJ Holmes drama on GMA 3 was far from over? We were right about that, as TJ's situation only got worse as more and more women came forward to say that he used his position to have affairs with multiple women in the GMA studio. There were rumors that this would explode in front of any robot, but nobody anticipated the chaos that would begin the song because, listen, this drama is amazing. It is safe to say that this scandal has developed significantly beyond the drama surrounding Amy and TJ's cheating. TJ has been exposed multiple times for having affairs with not just one, not two, but several other women in the ABC studios. That was, of course, what started this whole thing, but it has grown a lot further than that. Furthermore, the situation has worsened beyond our wildest expectations. He was exposed for also having an affair with the married former GMA producer Natasha Singh a few days after his affair with Amy became public. The affair lasted 3 years before TJ's now ex-wife Meryl Lee discovered it and forced him to end it, so it wasn't a fling or anything like that. Natasha, on the other hand, might have been one of his. She was certainly not his last affair at ABC Studios. He had an affair with a young, 13-year-old script coordinator named Jasmine Petalwake in 2015. According to a source who spoke about the situation, it was significant for Jasmine because it was her first real job in television. She contacted a number of people in search of a mentor. TJ was responsible for it, but he completely abused his trust position. Holmes and Jasmine began going out to drink because he was a drinker. Keep in mind that he was working as a correspondent at the time, and he is taking the time to talk to her about her work or something else. The source carried on. I don't know how long that had been going on before it became sexual, but I do know that it started in his office right before he went on air in a few hours. They were nasty, and I'm sure she wasn't sure what it meant afterward. Although it didn't last very long, you have to wonder if he ever put any effort into mentoring. Jasmine was a lovely girl, and he had everything he wanted. At first, he was intrigued, but then he wasn't. This young woman was just starting out in a tough industry and was looking for mentors and role models. She got TJ. Back then, people didn't talk about power abuse, but things did happen. Now, Jasmine was not the only subordinate with whom he tried to start a relationship. He was also found out for making advances on another subordinate, which made her feel stressed and scared. Again, considering that TJ was in a position of authority, it makes sense that the women would be alarmed by his advances. That was his identity, according to an ABC studio insider. Did he ever intend to be professional or just squander the opportunities presented to him? I'm not sure. He was always looking for the swagger. I just know that. He didn't appear to be bothered by the fact that he was married or that he might put his job at risk. However, TJ's activities at the studio were not the only ones for which he was recently exposed. Fifth incident page claims so. 6 more. Suspended the co-host of GMA 3. Holmes, TJ's suspicion exists. Playdate with another junior employee in the office. The expert claims that the incident took place in 2015, same year. It is alleged that Holmes, who was married at the time, had a month-long affair with his subordinate Jasmine Petalwake, with whom he allegedly had a nasty affair in his office. According to our source, this woman was midway through her 20s and functioned as in. During the alleged encounter, ABC's overnight associate producer, Holmes, and the employee, who no longer existed, the source continued. Utilizing the network, we are said to have been in his office later, 3:00 a.m. Keeping the door shut, we hear a lot of rustling. Could been heard entering the room, and the woman appeared to be completely flushed when she emerged. Like a deer in the crossfire. It's not clear if the employee ever told HR about the alleged encounter. Now, simply because this fifth woman did not notify TJ. According to a source, TJ was reported to an executive producer on GMA, but the producer decided to ignore the situation and pretend that it wasn't a ticking time bomb. This doesn't mean that other people didn't know about it. The most bizarre aspect of everything is, however, that TJ's most recent partner, Amy, was unaware of these other women. A relationship with she was apparently taken aback by the news that so many women were coming forward to expose TJ, especially since the majority of them were his subordinates, which made the situation even more perilous. According to sources, Amy was taken aback by her boyfriend TJ's loud voice. She feels like a victim of the scandal due to Holmes's alleged past relationships. Now that insiders have revealed that TJ, this becomes even more intriguing, has admitted that he purposely kept Amy from knowing the full extent of his affairs at ABC. That TJ was added by an insider. He had no idea that things would explode in front of him like they did, and he had no idea that the affairs would become known to the public, especially given that they had all occurred so long ago and that everyone involved had moved faster. Additionally, the insider says that TJ, he dislikes the way the stories are brought up once more because he doesn't believe they have anything to do with Amy's situation. Because they've been seen together, he thinks Amy is different from all the other relationships. For her, he even left his wife. As a result, he doesn't think it's right that his previous wrongdoings are being brought up now.